Morning everyone. In this video, we will see what is an organization unit. What do we call the organization unit in DHIS2? What are the purposes? What is the use of it? As well as how can you create a different organization unit in the application? How can you move one organization from one to another one? So to simplify it, organization unit is basically any facility on which you would like to generate or get data for, or I would say any parent organate. Like for an example, like this. We have this. This is an organization unit where you are capturing data. So any sort of health facility, any island, district, anything where you need to report any sort of data is basically called organization unit in DHIS2. To access the organization unit in DHIS2, what you have to do is simply, again, we have to go to the maintenance app. So everything, as I mentioned in my previous video as well, everything that needs to be customized in DHIS2, 90% of the work will be done through this specific app, through the single app named maintenance. So in the maintenance app, you have these different heads again. We have already seen data element, data set, we have already seen. Now we are talking about organization unit. So I'm just going to click on the organization unit. And then here, of course, we have multiple options. We have organization unit, group set, levels. So in this video, we're going to talk about all these different options available. But the first thing is that we need to click is organization unit. Now, what you see over here is you see the complete hierarchy, the complete structure of the reporting facilities in Kiribati, right? So at the top, we have Kiribati as the country, or I would say as the root organization unit. Then inside that, we also have different districts. We have central, next northern, southeast, and etc. etc. Inside that, we also have different islands, and then we also have health centers as well as village centers as well. So we have already designed the organization unit hierarchy in the system for all the reporting purposes. Now let's suppose there is an introduction of a new facility on which now data needs to be captured. So let's suppose on the Christmas Island over here we have one dispensary and one hospital, but now I also have another hospital over here in Christmas Island. So I'm just going to click on that. So to create any organization unit anywhere, what you have to do is you have to select the parent. So if you need to create or a health facility over here, you need to select the Christmas Island. Similarly, if you need to create any island over here, you have to select central, okay, and then you can create one. So what I'm going to do is, because I have to create one over here, so I've just selected Christmas, and then I could see Christmas Island as level 3. And then below that, we also have one hospital and one dispensary at level 4. It's just for the representation. Now I have to create, so whatever I will create here, that will be created on the level 4 only, okay? So to create one of the facility, what I have to do is simply click on plus icon. Now again, I just need to fill the form. Let's suppose I'm just going to call it training health, training hospital. Okay. Now let's suppose a temporary hospital has been set up for like 3 months. Okay, for some special services or for some something. So I'm just going to give it a name for training hospital. I just also need to give a name as the short name. Now again, we also need to have a code for this hospital. So I'm just going to call it TOH. Okay. Again, the codes are very much useful when you need to exchange data between different systems. When you need to send training hospital data, let's say to any other application. So then the code could be the unique key to transfer data from here to there. So that's why the codes are very much important. They needs to be universal. So I have done that. We need to put a description if we have any. This is just a temporary hospital for 3 months. Okay. Now, what we have to do is we have to put an opening date, okay, on which date this facility was started. So let's say I'm going to start from 7th of, or I would say from June itself, 1st of June. Now, interesting thing is we also have a close date, okay, and as I mentioned over here, it's just a temporary hospital for 3 months. I can also put a close date, okay. Now, what is the benefit of close date is that if let's suppose if you all you're just setting up like a camp, health camp for 3 months or 2 months, you just want to capture for data 3 months. So with a closing date, what you are mentioning is basically, let's suppose July, August and September. I want to close it on 30th September. Now what will happen on 30th September on this year, this facility will be closed for any further data entry. Okay, so this will reduce the chances of mistakenly entered data for a month, which is not even required. So in that way, we can also put a future close date. Okay, so on 30th September, it will be closed, and then no person will be able to enter any sort of data. Whenever you go to you can of course see the data for the previous month, whichever you have entered, but you will not be able to enter any further data. It will be blocked. Okay. Now, if you have any comment, you can put that. If you have any URL for that specific facility, you can put that. Now, you can put the contact person name and address and everything. Let's suppose Dr. Sam. Address is training center for now. If you have any specific email for that center, you can put that phone number, and of course if you have lat long for that specific facility, you can always put that. These are the latitude, longitude, which basically shows you the health facility or the health center on the map itself. So you can get those through a mobile app or anything like that, through GPS basically, and then you can put those lat long over here as well. We can also import these lat longs later as well. But yeah, if you have them ready available with you, you can simply put that and click on save button. Now, once you do that, you see another hospital of training hospital has been created at level 4. You don't see that hospital over here for now. You just need to refresh the page. And once you refresh the page, now if you go inside the Christmas Island, you will be able to see the training hospital. Okay. So now you have London dispensary, you have London hospital, and you also have training hospital. Okay. But again, just to remind you, once you create any facility, that doesn't mean that you can just go to data entry and start capturing data. Remember what we did during the data set? You again go back to the data set, and whichever data set needs to be filled on that specific facility, you click on that, go to organization unit selected. Now you go to that specific hospital, and you see this is not being assigned so far. So you have to click on this to make sure that this facilities now have this data set. So I'm going to click on save button. Now this data set is also assigned, same successfully. Now if I go to data entry and check whether this is available or not, let's see that. Okay, it is loading. Perfect. So let me first choose the clinical services. I think this is the one I have assigned to the facility. Now I can look for that, or I can actually search for that as well. If you don't want to look for that, so you can actually search for that as well. So it is showing me that this is inside here. Okay, so just select that, and now you can select the period. Okay, so you see here it is available now. So you can just start entering data for this facility as well, which is being temporarily made available. So you see now I've selected February 2026. So I've selected that. Why? And I cannot put any data value inside this, right? Why? Data set logged. Date cannot be added or changed because organization unit is closed for selected period, right? Because we just created this facility in the month of June. So that's why it is available from June itself. We can't even enter data for May, right? Because we opened this facility in June, then how can we enter data for May itself? But again, if you have a previous date, it was an old facility, you can always put an old opening date as well. And similarly, you can't fill data after July or September, whatever. Yeah, because we have not opened future period for this data set. We can't see September here. But again, we can only enter data for this facility till September only, and not further that, just like this. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is how you add an organization unit or a health facility or hospital, you may call. Now, coming back to the maintenance app, coming back to the organization unit, we just see the organization unit over here. The second thing that I want to show is the organization unit group. Okay, what are the different groups and things like that. So organization unit groups are really helpful when we talk about assigning certain things to certain facilities only, or whether when there are certain facilities which are provided by certain facilities only, right? So what you can do is you can club all of them together. Let's suppose I want to create one group, so just click on plus, and I want to create a group of delivery PHC. Okay, delivery health centers. So probably not all the health centers has the facilities to provide to do the delivery, right? So I'm creating a group of health centers where I can provide the delivery, where the delivery services are available. Okay, so I'm just gonna call it DHL, let's say DHC, sorry. You can put a code also for this, and now from here I can choose which are the facilities where I can do the delivery services. So I'm gonna select, let's say this facility, and this one also, let's say training hospital, and in northern I could also select, let's suppose in the Butiari I could select this one. Okay, so I did that. I'm just gonna click on save button now. So now my group has been created, and if I see details, these are the details. This was created, this is the short name, ID, etc, etc. Now in this group I have 4 facilities, right? I have selected 4 organization unit. Now the use of this is basically, let's suppose I have a form. I'm just gonna go back to the data set again. Okay, I hope by now you know what is a data set, right? It's a simply a form for data entry. Now, we do not have specifically like a delivery data set, but let's suppose inpatient services is the one where I want to, which I want to assign to only those facilities where those services are available, right? So what we have to do is simply click on this, go down, and let's suppose currently it is assigned to 151 facilities, but I'm just going to unselect them. Okay, deselect all. So this is now being assigned to 0 health facilities. Now what I can do is I can simply select my group from here, from this drop down, delivery health center, and click select. Now when I do that, my only 4 facility which are providing this services, inpatient services or delivery services, for example, I can just select those facilities and I can simply click it, save it. Okay, I'm not going to do that because again I have to assign back, but yeah, this is how basically you can do that. So I'm going to cancel it for now. Okay, so this is how basically you can create as many as groups you want for different facilities, for different levels, and for different purposes as well. Okay, now the next thing that I want to show is the organization unit level. Okay, levels are something which are automatically created. Okay, so when you create like a root org unit, which is country, like Kiribati, once you create that, then you have to create next level as well, right? So I'm calling it district. So I've created districts. Then inside district, I've created island as well. Okay, and then inside island, I also created health center and then village clinic as well. So once you create all those different levels, this levels will automatically be generated as level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and so on and so on. Okay, what you can do is you can simply change the name of these levels, similar to what I've already done that on this instance. Okay, previously they were level 1, level 2, 3, 4, 5, but I renamed them as country, district, island, health center, village clinic. Okay, so again, this is all pre-generated. You just need to name them. And the benefit of this is, again, if I go back to data set, okay, do not get confused because I'm gonna switch between these two tabs. Again, I'm gonna go back to data set to show you what are the benefits of levels. So let's suppose now this clinical services. Now I need to assign this clinical services. First, I'm gonna deselect all. So currently it is assigned to 133, deselect all. Okay. Now I need to assign this data set to all the health centers. Okay. So I can just simply select on the health center, select, and you see 28 organization unit selected. So if I go now on level 4, which is my health center, you can see that all the facilities at that level are being basically already automatically assigned. Okay, even the training hospital, because this comes at level 4 as health center. Okay, so this is the benefit of health center. And again, group is also right there. If you want to assign to any group as well, you can select that and you can start using that as well. Okay, so I'm just going to click on cancel for now. Now, the last thing that I would like to show you in the organization module is basically hierarchy operations. Okay, what is the hierarchy operation and how you can use it. Now let's suppose I'm not sure how frequently it's being done in Kiribati, but this is a feature which has been used widely in some cases, where a certain facility is now being moved from one district to another district, or let's say from one island to another island. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example now. So I have just created this training hospital in KMIS. Okay, but now this hospital has been moved under this one in Canton. Okay, so what I can do is, with all the data which already has been reported for this hospital, I can simply move this facility from Christmas to this one. Okay, and how do I do that? Click on this. So now move, I have already selected training hospital, which means that I need to move this facility. Okay, and from right side I have to choose new parent. Okay, select new parent for organization unit for the right tree. So I'm gonna again go to same one, and again I need to select the parent. Okay, it has mentioned parent. So parent means whichever org unit that the parent above that. So I'm selecting that. So I have selected that, move training hospital, and new parent is Canton. So currently training hospital comes under KMIS. Now it's gonna move to Canton. Move one organization unit. Successfully move training hospital. So now you see it has moved now. So now training hospital is no more available in KMIS. It is available in the Canton, over here. Similarly, now if I just refresh the data entry screen as well, which I want to do it again, yeah, like this. I'm going to select the data set, and then if I go to the tree now, no tree available. Okay, yes, of course, training need to be removed. In KMIS, no training hospital. In Canton, yes, training hospital. If I click on that, choose the period, you see the data is available. So whichever data I've entered is, of course, that will not be lost. That will be available within the facility, but with a new parent now. So this is how basically you can create an organization unit. This is how you can create a group, and this is how you can basically move a facility from one to another facility. Okay, to just give you again a run through of the same module, come to the maintenance app, click on the organization unit, click on the organization unit again, and here you have the complete hierarchy. If you would like to create any other facility, click on the plus button. Before that, select the parent org unit where you want to create, and then click on plus icon, fill the name, short name, code. If you have a specific image, you can always upload that as well of the facility or an icon. From here, you can basically select image as well. Description, opening date, closing date is helpful when a temporary facility is set up, or even a big facility is closed. Then you can put a close date as well. Fill out the details of the person, of the facility, fill out the lat long, and then click on save button. As soon as you click on the save button, yeah, abandoned changes for now, that facility will be available under your parent that you have selected. You can create a group as well for different sort of services or the facilities, and then this can be used to assign a data set or for any other purposes as well. We also see organization unit levels. These are by default generated. You just need to rename them, whatever you would like to call them. So you can do that. And then we also see hierarchy operations, from which you can select an org unit, and then you can select the parent, the new parent, I would say, where you want to move the org unit. Okay, so this is how you can do it. I'm ready for the questions. If you have any questions, please let me know, and then we'll move forward towards the the assignment. Thank you.